So I've been having the idea to do this kind of a video for a really long time, and I've only gotten around to it today because I was pissed off enough at other human beings that I was just like, you know what I haven't done in a while? I should go for a motherfucking walk. I should just walk off my frustration. And honestly, I kind of like it. It's pretty nice. It's, nice and chill, especially, in a nice, not New York City area of New York, where there's not a lot of crime at night. It's pretty nice. But this video is a nice tipsy rambling because a certain somebody that I used to know, I guess I still know them very well, but shit happens. Somebody called me, and this person has done some heinous shit that I don't stand for. There's one thing that I really can't forgive, and that's taking advantage of women. But I digress because the details aren't really relevant to why I'm making the video. But I just wanted to talk about a certain context or a concept. I'm tipsy. A certain concept, which is, I think people really have zero ability to do real self-reflection. Their self-awareness is just not there. They just don't have any. Really very little. So it's one of the things I hate about people the most, is that they really can't self-assess whatsoever, without any emotional attachment, just plain and simple logic and reason. They have to distort reality in some way, always, consistently. So you could have this happen in one of two ways. They either look in the mirror and they think they're significantly uglier than they are. They look in the mirror and all they see is the imperfections. They look at their face and they go, oh, my nose is too big, my eyes are too small, my lips are too big, my facial hair's not enough, my hair's not curly enough, look at this, it's got fucking frizz and shit. Oh, my skin's not clear enough, I got blackheads on my nose. Spoiler alert, everyone's got fucking blackheads on their nose, you retard. I shouldn't say that, but whatever. Yeah. And the other way is they look in the mirror and they delude themselves into thinking they're just like so pretty. They think they're the fucking shit, they can do no wrong. So, you're a fuck up. Oh, but I'm a good person. And the second one is what I think happens the most often. It's really, the most despicable kind of fucking lying is lying to yourself about how great of a person you are, especially when you're actually not. So, and the key trap that people fall into is they view themselves with intention. What do I mean by that? It basically means that if you categorize yourself as a good person, right? Because your intentions are pure, right? Oh, I go into life, I'm not trying to hurt anybody, I'm trying to do my best. But if in real life your actions are speaking completely differently, if actually, you're a self-serving son of a whore, and you go and just, be a hedonist and don't actually do anything that contributes to the world in a meaningful way, you're a little bum, and you do drugs, and you have too much sex for your own good, and, stuff happens because of that. But oh no, your intentions are pure, you can't be that fucking terrible, your intentions are pure. That's really the most despicable kind of fucking lying to yourself, and that's the stuff that really pisses me off. So, how do we alleviate this? Well, like I said, you gotta get your intention out of there. Once you stop thinking of yourself as a bad person or as a good person, shit becomes really clear really quickly, because nobody's actually bad or good, because your intentions don't matter, only your actions matter. So if you're actually doing terrible shit, you know, you might as well call yourself a bad person, but no, don't do that. You can't do that. If you do that, you lose. If you call yourself a bad person, now all of a sudden the game has switched, flipped 180 degrees, and now you're just gonna do more self-destruction for a different reason. What you gotta do is you gotta call yourself a person, because people make mistakes and people are imperfect and people can do good and they can do bad. I'm gonna sit down. Not because I gotta stop walking, but because I mean there's no really else to walk anymore. But so once you get that kind of label off of it, now you could assess your actions, because now you're not concerned about the intent behind them. Now all you are worried about, let me cover this light, now all you're worried about when you're assessing yourself is the quality of your actions and not the intent behind them. Because, you know, you could make some mistakes and have great intentions. You could spill milk and shatter the glass and somebody could step on it and fucking hurt their foot and now they're bleeding and then they get a fucking infection because they're retarded. But you had the best intentions. You were actually trying to serve that milk to a cat. I'm rambling. I don't know if that was a good analogy, but point being, a lot of people, they get stuck on that identity, the identity of being a good person. They're so attached to just the idea of being a quote-unquote good person that they stop actually evaluating the actions that go into making a person good. It's despicable. So anyway, if you fall into either of those camps where you think you're just so much worse or so much better than you are, take this video as a wake-up call to maybe stop that shit. Because really, at the end of the day, we are what we do, right? I mean, most of your identity as a person is what you do. You know, your job, your occupation. What school do you go to? What fucking clothes do you put on? What's your morning routine? You know, what's your fucking diet like? All the stuff that you do is what really goes into who you are as a person. And, you know, you could be a kind, charismatic, caring individual, but if you don't really use that for anything positive, then what are you exactly, right? Anyway, food for thought. And thoughts are hungry, right? I'm gonna turn this off. It's a nice 11:39 at night. And yeah. Peace.